Sometimes I am awestruck by the awesomeness of God, the supreme being called God. People say, "Do you know me? Do you know who I am? I own cars and an aeroplane. I am a very rich man with a large estate and companies. I am a professor in linguistics with degrees. I am an activist." Do you know what my God says? He said in his word to the rich fool, "You fool. How dare you?" My God is, was, and is to come. My God said in Isaiah 66 verse 1, "The heaven is my throne, the earth my footstool." Look at the sky, God created it, and never for once has it collapsed on the face of the earth. You tame dogs, cats, real livestock. God gave you the ability to even tame wild animals, yet you brag. Can you catch Leviathan with a fish hook, or tie his tongue down with a rope? What about Behemoth? Will he make an agreement with you and promise to serve you forever? Can you try to fight him? Try it and you will never do it again. That is what the Lord said to Job in his word. Job got God to talk about himself, and when he finally died, he was lost trying to keep track with what he was saying. He spoke out of the storm and said, "Who are you to question my wisdom with your ignorant, empty words? Now stand up straight and answer my questions. Were you there when I made the world? What holds up the pillar that supports the earth? Who laid the cornerstone of the world?" In the dawn of that day, the stars sang together, and the heavenly beings shouted for joy. Who closed the gates to hold back the sea when it bursted from the womb of the earth? It was I who covered the sea with clouds and wrapped it in darkness. I marked the boundary for the sea and kept it behind bolted gates. I told it so far and no farther. I told it so far and no farther. Here your powerful waves must stop. Job, have you ever in your life commanded a day to dawn? Have you ordered the dawn to seize the earth and shake the wicked from their hiding place? Daylight makes the hill and valley stand out, clear as the imprint of a seal on clay. The light of day is too bright for the wicked. Have you been to the springs in the depths of the sea? Have you walked on the floor of the ocean? Has anyone ever shown you the gates that guard the dark world of the dead? Have you any idea how big the world is? Answer me if you know. Do you know where the light comes from or what the source of darkness is? Can you show them how far to go or send them back again? I am sure you can, because you are so old. You were there when the world was made. Have you ever visited the storerooms where I keep the snow and the hail? Oh my God, I keep them ready for times of trouble, for days of battle and war. Have you been to the place where the sun comes up, or the place from which the east wind blows? Who dug a channel for the pouring rain and cleared the way for the thunderstorm? Who makes rain fall where no one lives? Who waters the dry and thirsty land so that grass springs up? Does either the rain or the dew have a father? Who is the mother of the ice and the frost, which turns the waters to stone and frees the face of the sea? Can you tie the Pleiades together or loosen the bonds that holds the Orion? Can you guide the stars season by season and direct the big and the little deeper? Do you know the laws that governs the sky, and can you make them apply to the earth? Can you shout orders to the clouds and make them drench with rain? And if you command the lightning to flash, will he come to you and say, "At your service"? My God. Who tells the ibis when the Nile will flood, or who tells the rooster that rain will fall? Who is wise enough to count the clouds and tilt them over to pour out the rain that hardens the dust into lumps? Do you find food for lions to eat and satisfy hungry young lions when they hide in their caves or lie in wait in their den? Who is it that feed the ravens? They wander about hungry when their young ones cry out to me for food. Do you know when mountain goats are born? Have you watched white deer give birth? Do you know how long they carry their young? Do you know the time for their birth? Do you know when they will crash down and bring their young into the world? In the wild, their young grow. They grow strong and they do not come back. Who gave the wild donkeys their freedom? Oh my God. And I stopped. No more, Lord. No more. Help us not to brag. For what have we seen? What have we seen? Who are we to question your supremacy and sovereignty? Who are we to question you when things don't go right? No more, Lord. Forgive us, for who are we to question you when things don't go the way we want them to go? Who are we to question your authority, Lord God Almighty, the ruler of the heavens and the earth, the one that guards the space and time and controls the universe? Who are we to stand before you, to behold you in our iniquity? Who are we? God is worthy to be praised, fearful and full of wonders. But you know what? In His glory and splendor, He sought more and decided to create man, to create me and to create you. So He did. And when we broke His heart, my lover still sacrificed His only Son to redeem me. And so David and Job cried out, "What is man that you are so mindful of? Mere mortals that you think and care for them." So whenever you feel God isn't there and has abandoned you, remember the Father is our ever-present help in times of need. He's your refuge and strength. Rather than Him to leave you and forsake you, He will rather deny Himself, because He honors His word than His name. And His word says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." And Psalm 46 verse 1 says, "God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble." Know this today, be still, and know that the Lord is and will always be for you. Shalom.